Good morning. What's up, guys? How we doing? It is Midas Monday. Quite the occasion each week. You are looking at a 5-minute chart on NQ. It's the Nasdaq futures contract. We're trading prop firms. Take Profit Trader, Apex Trader Funding. And we're ready to rock. 4 minutes, 43 seconds out here on the 5-minute chart. That one line, the lone ranger there on the 5-minute chart, is a 20 EMA. We put it up there for very little reason other than a self-fulfilling prophecy sometimes. I'm not taking trades off of it. Bottom of your screen, those orange vertical bars, that is the range expressed as points of each individual bar, and the red number is one we resort back to basically every trade, called ATR, average true range. That's the average range of a bar based on the last 10 5-minute bars expressed as points. 4 minutes out. What's up, guys? Good morning. We ready to go? This next bar here means a lot to me. If we can get a nice, decent-sized bear body pushing down through the 20, closing near the low, that lets me do one thing. If we close pretty much like this, that lets me do a whole new thing. So, we'll find out. 3.5 minutes. All right, guys. Gains. How we doing, big dog? Good morning. All right, 3 minutes out here. Now, if these bulls close it up, I have zero hesitation to get long and just risk the curl, but I would need to see that bar. Don't grow too much on us, bulls. Don't grow too much. That bar currently, yeah, we're looking at damn near 30 points. That's fine. That's fine. Much more than that, we're backfilling too much of that little range. Two minutes. How we doing so far today? Don't be shy. Gains, 300 profit per account thus far. Very good work. Chuck down a little bit. It's all right. Grind back. Stay level-headed. All right, this bull body is getting tremendously large. Let me think here. We're looking at about maybe 50 points. You know, I mean, it's not ridiculous. We do have the all-time high up right above 25,000. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. All right, let's see. All right, we are 25 seconds out. Copy trader engaged. 20 seconds here. Let's see if we can get a decent bull close. I don't really like how it's growing too much, but if we stay put here, we're going to have to put it on, risk the curl. Give it 30 seconds. See if we can get a fill. Place that baby right where it needs to be. If we don't get a fill in 30 seconds, guess what? I do not want to participate. But if we can, love it. Look for the push up through 25. 5 seconds. No fill, no trade. Pull it, move on. Next bar. Okay, so hang on. I want to show you guys a 2-minute chart. And what we can do here is you can actually, what I would probably do is I'd probably draw this. Oops. I'd probably draw that, right? So we do have to keep an eye on that. Now, early in the development of what could be a sideways trading range, you have to consider, does this end up just being a stair step? And then we push through and go higher. We have 25 up there, which is tempting. Not for me, but for everybody. But of course, I need a setup if I'm going to get long for that. So we got to keep an eye on this little range here, because you get this push off the open. This doesn't instantly just mean trading range, but this also here does not instantly mean, okay, this is going to be a step we're going to push. So what do we need? We need price action information and nothing else. So let's go back to the 5 and see what we get out of this bar. Okay, what we're going to do is pop over to the 2-minute. And let's see here. Bit of a little scalp option. Okay. 15 seconds out, copy trader, ready to rock. And if we get this bare body closing relatively clean down here, then I'm going to have to use this, put that out, see if we can get a fill. A few seconds. Ugly fill, pull it, no trade. Sorry, ugly close, not fill. And back to the 5 here. Presence, what's up? How we doing? All right, we're 3.5 minutes out. You know, I gotta tell you, if the Bears can give us a half-decent close without growing this bear body too much more, I would happily get short, and we could risk either the high of day or the curl, depending on how deep it closes. The smaller this body, the more likely I am to just risk the curl. The bigger this gets, the more likely I am to, you know, honestly, just maybe risk the signal bar. You have 3 options here for stop, signal bar, signal curl, you could call it, and then high a day curl. But all this really is probably just a trading range, so I don't want it to pull back too much, because then we're getting too close. 2 minutes, 45 seconds out. Okay, minute 25. Calm down, Bears. Now, something I'm thinking about, by the way, with this trading range is I would draw it if you're like, hey, draw something. Flat top, flat bottom. But, worth mentioning, the Bears did pull it back deeper than the previous wick a little bit. The Bulls didn't take it up through this wick high on the last attempt. So, I could probably get away being able to look back at data and say that made sense. If we closed like here, getting short, risking the signal bar rather than the whole curl. Just keep risk a little more in check. 40 seconds, let's see what we get. Big ol' wick close. That's gonna be a nothing bar. All right, next bar. 5 minutes. Keep an eye on the 2 minute between now and then. We're gonna stay here on the 5 minute in case we have to switch over. Couple of wiki bars here on the 2. This is what a 2 minute chart currently looks like. What are you gonna do on that? Nothing till we get a little bit more information. So back to the 5. And let's see if we get a bear body closing beneath this wick low. If we do, we have something to do here. Kennedy, no, I genuinely don't even know what that means. I have no idea. I trade price action. I don't stay up to date with the rebrands. So maybe I should just rebrand my price action trading. Everything's a rebrand. Like you guys, the stuff that works, it's existed for a long time. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with marketing. People act like, oh, it's a rebrand. That's a really bad thing. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Let them make money, man. Fuck. But you should understand that it's existed forever, all this stuff. Price action's price action. Whatever that is whatever that is. It's nothing new. People have been struggling to figure this out for a long time, and charts stay the same. Volume just increases. It doesn't change the charts that much. Brandon, good morning. All right, 2 minutes out. Let's see how the Bears close this up. "90 seconds. Now, something to consider here is if the Bears can take this down nice and low, I would buy it. Buy low, sell high. Very basic. In a range. And if the range breaks, you can either cut it on the range break or give it a little extra room. I'd probably just cut it on the range break. But we're 15 seconds out and we are not deep enough. We're still about at the 50% point in this range. Which you guys know is for who? What's the very middle of the range, at least without a beautiful setup Who's that for? You guys know. It's for two people. Kind of people. Two types of traders, let's say. Gains, degens, that's one of them. And algos, correct. The middle of the range, if you do not have a nice setup, is for algos and degenerates. Which is why range trading is I think, really hard for people, because they can't stay away because they're too impatient. The beauty is, you as a human with a brain, to this day, I genuinely believe this. You can make much better discretionary decisions than an algorithm. An algorithm just has more data than you. That's all it does, is take trades, feeds the data right back in, learns. Or somebody assesses the data, or a team more likely assesses the data if it's not a living, breathing thing, and then makes changes, plugs it back in, and says, okay, did that improve things in the current market environment? Yes? Great. Let's keep trying to make it better. But, you know, we can't take 1 million trades a day. I mean, come on, right? Like an algorithm is doing, which is they're leaning heavily on the data. As a human, you can make better discretionary decisions. The downfall of people is we get bored. We get bored, we get scared, we get nervous. We get impatient. If you can just not do those things, and then you trade basic price action with basic concepts, whatever they are. What should we call them? Should we call them wrench PA? Wrench concepts? I love it, man. All it is marketing. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. Some of you guys get so mad at regular business. It's like, calm the fuck down. It's all right. Let people do what they want. Let the market decide. Meaning the business market, if what they're doing actually works. If not, the market won't reward it. Benjamin, Nico, how tall are you? I am 5'1". See if that can gain some traction. Steven, good morning. How we doing? Yep, 5'1", 120. Have you used tick charts? Now that I've used them, it's easier to jump. It's easier to jump on the move. Yeah, I mean, yeah. No, I don't know. Not really. I think everyone's looked at a tick chart here and there. I don't know. You're into what you're into. Listen, everything can work. Charts are just different, basically, ways to determine when does the bar roll over. That's it. It's just a different method of displaying the same data. So find something that's a good balance for you. That's it. Picking a time frame or a kind of chart is just visually what makes sense, what clicks. I know a lot of people use, I don't even remember what they're called, the more classic bars. These are candlestick charts that you're looking at, right? There's the more classic bars where there's a line on the left and they're all green, a line on the left, green bar, line on the right, the line on the left is the open, the line on the right is the close. I forget what it's called. Those used to be more popular, I think. To me, when I look at it, it's like, it's just confusing. So why would I use that? Because it's not what I learned on. I learned on candlesticks. Why? There's no reason to switch the visual representation of the data. The same way that the time frame, how often, whether it's based on actual volume or time, doesn't matter. Just pick something that's a good balance for you that you can look at and make instant sense of, and then you can trade all day and not have your decision making go out the window. So could I trade a 5-second chart all day? Hell no. Nope. Don't care how good you are, your decision is going to fatigue. Your decision making is going to fatigue within probably about 10 minutes. If not less, 5 minutes. A 5-minute chart is a great balance. A 2-minute chart is really, really good. But the 5-minute bumps up the quality a little bit. But if the 5-minute sucks, like we've seen, meaning there's a lot of wicks, go to the 2. Or if there's a setup on the 2 that's not on the 5, we go to the 2. If you're swing trading overnight, go to the 15. Go to the hourly. Go to the daily. The daily is a great one. Yeah, I mean, there's bar charts, then there's, like, more specific versions of bar charts. I don't know. Everyone's always asking about, oh, man, what about Harry Potter bars? It's like, Jesus. Just pick one, man. Who cares? Two minutes, 50 seconds out. You ever go higher than the 5-minute? Sure. Yeah. If you're going to do something like in a personal account overnight, 100%. The daily is really, really great. 15-minute, it's good. Intraday, the 5 is, I mean, I don't want to say this because the internet just likes to remember everything, but if I go to the 15, you know, I'm going to do whatever I want, but I don't really go over the 5 too often here on live. Well, really intraday ever. But, you know, maybe, hey, if we look at the 15, the problem with the 15 is that there's not really a lot of setups. I mean, this here was actually not too bad, but it's so early off the open. But if you're like, yeah, I'm willing to take a first 15-minute bar close, you could have set a stop limit buy up here, went and had breakfast, gotten a fill, been sitting 40 points in the money right now. That's not nearly enough, because on the 15-minute, you'd probably be risking this curl, if not at least the signal bar. So the 15-minute's good, but it doesn't really offer enough setups to be extremely practical intraday for me. I know traders who do trade the 15-minute, but they're usually guys who are like a little more hands-off. They're like, yeah, I really like trading, but I like golfing more. That kind of thing. So that's fine, cool. Yeah, you know, so a lot of you guys are saying bar charts, and I don't think that's actually what I was. Bar charts change color. Well, it depends how you set it up, of course, but traditional bar charts are still red and green. There is the one that I was talking about. It's a particular kind of chart that I see a lot of people asking about recently. It never changes color. And I think it's probably because Stephen Kalajian uses them. I don't know, man. He's an OG for sure, but when I look at candles, make sense of it instantly. When I look at his charts, I have to think for a second, which doesn't help. All right, 4 minutes out. Lot of inside closes here. And yes, for those of you guys asking, the giveaway will be here on YouTube if we hit that goal. We'll do an Apex account first, and then goal number 2, we'll do a Take Profit Trader account. Just right here on YouTube. Super easy to enter. Obviously costs nothing. Do I even need to say that? To enter. And it's super easy. I'm not going to make you jump through hoops. All right, 2 minutes. Let's see if the bulls can put something together here as far as a close above this wick high. And if they can, all of a sudden I'm thinking, well, we should probably, at least I should probably put on a long and see if we can push through. But we're also looking at a pretty disgusting wedge, potentially. So let's see how this closes up, and we'll take it from there. Minute 50 out. "40 seconds. Let's see what we get." These bears trying to step in, man. Well, let's get rid of this, actually. We can clean this up at this point. Alright, we're going to be next bar. Let's take a look. Niles, good morning. How we doing? Val, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Okay. At this point, we got to start thinking about this. Obviously this. And then this. And maybe this. But I will leave that range out for now and see if this can break downside. And if it can, it would need to see we would need to see a really good close beneath this wick low for me to even think about getting short. Otherwise, if we can't do that, there's too much of a risk of just reverting right back to the range. Even if we do get that, there's obviously that risk of just going right back into the range, which is why I would not risk this curl, or this curl. I would only risk the signal bar. So let's clean this up. We know that that's there. 2 minutes, 50 seconds out. "90 seconds. Let's see how the Bears can close this guy up." Honestly, risk would be reasonable if we could get it closed. I don't know if we're going to get it. Bears have work to do to get it down there. All right, 30 seconds. Oh, you Bears. Yeah, we're not going to get it. All right, we'll have to go next bar here. Here comes the rollover. All right, quick break. Back in a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere. We got giveaways coming later. If we hit it, like the stream. All right, welcome back. We are 4 minutes, 20 seconds out, and we have, I gotta tell you, what looks to me like the most definitive potential we've seen basically since the start of the stream in terms of a setup here on this next bar. Now, let me lay this out. Clearly a flat bottom. Clearly a potential flat top. Right? And clearly a potential wedge. Now, I'm willing to bet against the wedge in order to bet against the bigger range. So, we would need to see a bull body closing above this wick where my cursor is. This one. And if we could, I would get long, betting on a push back to fill the range. And if we can't, we'll reassess. Two and a half minutes out, halfway through this 5-minute bar. We can't really switch over to the 2-minute because there's not a lot going on over there, at least currently. So let's see what we end up with here on the 5. Beautiful. Keep that pushing, bears. Okay, so we know this range is here, and no matter what we do, there's always a risk of reverting right back into the range. I want to see if the bears can close it beneath that wick low. Highly likely I'm going to need at least another bar here regardless, because this range is not really giving out too easily. That bull body as the last bar tells us that. So let's see here. 20 seconds. All right, inside close. So we go next bar. If the bears can close this nice and clean near the low and within reason as far as size of the bar, then we're getting short. To break the ice on the day. About damn time. Let's see if we can do that. Now, something else to consider here is the 50% retracement point on the day, which if we look at pretty much the full day's range, you're looking at about that. Okay, 50% is something to think about. We're currently pretty much there. But again, if the bears can close this near the low, that would be a little bit through that point. And at that point, I'm willing to put it on. 3 minutes, we will find out. Hoping this sets up well. All right, Bears, keep it right there. 2 minutes. Don't you grow that bear body too much more. ATR 24. I recently, by the way, ran a poll on the channel. Have you ever gotten a payout? 31% of you have, which was honestly higher than I think than I think a lot of channels would have. Assuming everyone was truthful, which I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be. It's anonymous. But 54% are at no. Okay, and then, you know, the remaining percentage hasn't traded prop firms. Time to get the rest of you guys to payout territory, man. If you haven't been funded, haven't gotten a payout yet, honestly, I gotta tell you, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but like, I think once you have a decent approach and you're just trading bare price action, you're trading naked, so to speak, it's just a matter of time. There's no magic to getting a payout. It's just being consistent. All right. 10 seconds out, copy trader engaged. Let's get a stop limit sell ready to rock and see if we can place that guy. And we will. Throw him down. We got to fill. Beauty. Suck risk up to the signal bar. Pull this guy down. Come on, Bears. Take out that low a day. Wouldn't that be a beautiful thing to do right away? And let's see here. What do you guys think? Should we hunt the stops? That's better than 1-to-1 reward to risk. Should we do it? I think I should probably leave that right about where it is. That take profit and just see. Can we hunt those low a day, a few of those low a day stops? Suck it down a tad, actually. There we go. That is better by a decent amount than 1-to-1 reward to risk. And I think we should let it rock. Can't expect it to happen instantly necessarily. But I like it enough to leave the risk on, go for better than 1-to-1, and see if we can take out those stops down near low of day. Let's see if we can get that. Come on, Bears, take it through. Taking a breather. It's all right. All right, Bears. Keep that pushing. Beautiful. Keep that moving. Nice big bear body. Can't expect the world in one candle, though it would be nice. Oh, you bears. Don't hate to see that. Take out that low a day, baby. It ain't over till it's over. And I have no managing to do, by the way, which is a little more rare. Unless something really obvious happens. But I decided early in the trade that we're going to see if we can take out those stops down near the low a day. And let this be a stop hunt for better than 1-to-1 reward to risk. We would have been, I mean, we hit a full ATR in the money. So if we were going half ATR, we would have pulled it off. Full ATR, we would have pulled it off. 1-to-1 reward to risk, we would have gotten damn close, but had not pulled it off yet. But we're not doing any of that. We're going better than 1-to-1 reward to risk, hunt stops, see if we can. So that means, what does that mean? We leave the risk on and let the trade work. What's the old saying? Scare money, don't make money. I mean, it's cliche, but it's actually extremely true. It's really the reality, guys. You can go to zero as many times as can fit into the finite timeline of your life. Doesn't matter. It's all pretend. But you only need to make a lot once. Or I guess a better way to put it is you only need to find something that you can consistently do very well at once, and then get really good at it. All right, Bears. Clean this up. Take us down through. Low a day, hunt those stops, and bag us a bull. Or a whole bunch of bulls. Come on, Bears! Step in and get this job done now. Come on. Back to break even here on the trade. There you go, Bears. You know those bulls with the stops down at low a day were terrified for a second. Let's bring that back. All right, minute 27 left here on this 5-minute bar. We'll let the Bulls have their breather. Have their 5 minutes in the sun. But I think those Bears are looking at those low days. Blood dripping off the fangs. Waiting in the shadows to take this baby down. Get it done. All right, Bears. Let's actually get it done this time, huh? Okay, new 5-minute bar. Bulls want a battle. All right, Bears, take it down through the low a day. Give me those bull stops. Exit liquidity, baby. Use it. right. Lot of work to do, Bears. Let's get this done. Whole bunch of bull stops here and here. Push us right to target if we can take those out. There we go. Keep that moving. Keep that moving. All right, Bears. Let's keep that attitude up. I like to see that. Bit more work to do. Still got to take us through those bull stops. You know, the bulls are sweating. Let's keep that heat on here. Okay, you know, not the best close we could have gotten out of the Bears, but not the worst by any means. Inside close overall, but we did close beneath the previous bar's wick low, so 50% of the way there. As far as a favorable close. Oh, you bulls! Where do you think you're taking this? We need your stops first. Then you can do as you please. Yeah, get back down. Get back down. Calm down, bulls. We got work to do, Bears. Keep that pushing. Yeah, Bulls. You watch it. Defending their stop losses like the rent is due. Take this baby through. Finish this. All right, Bears, push it. Bears, we've got a whole bunch of stops from the Bulls to eat up. We got a couple weeks, maybe a few months until hibernation. It's time to take this baby through, eat our fill, and finish this thing, Bears. Come on, take it through. Eat those stops. There you go. See, sometimes you gotta talk to them. Take it through that low a day. Well, not the best close there out of the Bears. New 5-minute bar. See if we can get this done. There is zero management for me to do. At least right now. All right, Bears, sweep that thing. Take it through, baby. There we go. Punch it through the low. Do it to him. The low of day is right here. And then we have that pre-market low. There we go. We got to flatten the copier. Whole bunch got left out. Whole bunch of ghost orders. And we are flat. All right. Beautiful trade. Sweep those lows. The Bears got our fill. Headed back to the cave. Good work. Moving on. Next trade. All right, we're 3 minutes out. Good work, guys. Those of you guys who shorted that, wherever you may have entered. Very good job. All right, 90 seconds here. Let's see what we get. Yeah, hang on. I'll update the trade counter here in a sec. One sec. There we go. All right, 52 seconds out. Don't you guys love hunting stops? Gotta love it. All right, rollover coming here in 15 seconds. Very unlikely here to get another entry. Looks like we're going to see an inside close. At least on this bar, of course. Man, everyone making a whole bunch of money. Gotta love to see it. That right there is why we hunt stops every single time we get the opportunity to do it. Doesn't always work, of course. Nothing does. But man, when it works, it fucking works. Gotta love it. Four minutes out. Bears still trying to see what we can do. We now have 7 consecutive bear bodies, though this one is an extraordinarily small. I'd call that a doji. This would make it 8 if we could get a bigger bear body here. Consecutive bear bodies. All right, hang on. I gotta adjust these accounts for payout eligibility. All right, there we go. All right, 2 minutes, 42 seconds out. Christian, been trading a lot off the 5 minute recently. Any particular reason? Killing it, by the way. I love the 5 minute. I started the stream. A lot of you guys don't remember this. Trading the 5 minute. We switched to the 2 minute because I love the 2 minute, and the 5 minute sucked. It was wicks every bar for like a couple of months back when volatility was really bad, middle of summer kind of, maybe like late summer. Yeah, like middle of summer. The 2 minute is a tremendous chart for scalping. But the highest quality trades, I've always said this, are gonna come on a higher time frame. It's all about balance. I love the 5 minute. Quality and quantity, the balance is great, but sometimes the 5 minute is wicky and the quantity is like 0. So we head over to the 5 minute. But you guys see I'm switching to the 2 minute like every day, all the time. This is a 2 minute chart right now. There's just really nothing here right now. Doesn't mean I wouldn't take a scalp on it right now if there was. But the 5 minute's a great chart. So is the 2. Yes, sir. Yeah, middle of summer, you'd look at a 5 minute chart and it was embarrassing. You'd look at a 5 minute and there was just wicks everywhere. So the 2 kind of became the default for a little while. All right, 4.5 minutes out. Let's see what we get as far as a close on this bar. If we start getting a hard curl, all of a sudden I'm looking, hey, can we put on a stop limit buy above a clean bull close? We're not there yet. That can all change in the next 4 minutes. All right, 3 minutes out here. Let's see what kind of close we get out of this 5 minute bar here coming up. All right, less than 2 minutes out. See what we get. I gotta tell you, if we might just end up in a trading range. Really early to make that claim, but just throwing it out there. That might be something we end up hanging out in here. And if it does end up being a trading range, rather than creating these big trade ideas, really that just causes educated hesitation on my end. But let's see what we get. Minute 22. "30 seconds. All right, new 5-minute bar. It's going to be an inside close. Let's see what we end up with here. All right, Bears. That's going to be a new low of day. Very short-lived. Bulls trying to buy up those little dips. Stepping ahead of this thing. I mean, certainly we had some shrinking bear bodies. With a doji turning into what may have looked like a curl a little early. One more bull body and I would have gotten long. Of course, we did not get that, so I didn't do anything. See if the Bears keep this up. Pass your Apex eval today. Good work. Get that baby funded, get to a payout. All right, 2.5 minutes, halfway through this 5-minute bar here. Let's see if the Bears close this up. All right, let's see if the bears can keep this close half reasonable without growing this bar too much. Give us a close at as close to the wick low of this bar as possible, again, without making the bar too big. Because I'd like to see if we can get short using a stop limit sell, and then risk the signal bar. That's the idea. 60 seconds. All right, bears. Get that thing moving. Bull's trying to bounce this back up. Don't love to see that when you're looking for a setup, huh? Here comes the rollover. Big ol' inside close. All right, nothing on that bar. Hey, giveaway when we hit the goals in the poll. That is in the chat. Like the stream. Back in a couple minutes. Quick break. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back. We are 53 seconds out. And if we could... Oh, the bull's pulling this back up. If we could have gotten a nice clean bare body closing at the low of day or very near the low of day, meaning near the wick low of itself, if this bar ended up being a bare body, I'd have been looking to get short with the stop limit itself. But now that we have a big old bull bar, we're likely going to need a little more information here. So rollover coming in 22 seconds. And let's see what we get. If you guys haven't yet, hit like on the stream so we can do a giveaway here. I'd like to give away an Apex account today, any size eval, and a take profit test. All right, 4.5 minutes out. Hey, Nico, what's your opinion on scaling in to trades? If you're scalping... All right, now let me be very clear about this because I know someone's going to take this and run with it and blow up. So let me be extremely specific in my words. This is hard to do with prop because of the drawdown. And if your prop firm has like scaling in rules, which, you know, Apex, Take Profit Trader, no. But Apex does have the 30% drawdown rule. Unrealized, right? So scaling in, let's say you're trading a personal account and you're a scalper. Scaling in is a tremendous tool that you should probably use. Now, it's not something to do if you're a beginner or even an intermediate trader. Let's just be honest. I mean, realistically, scaling in can blow you up on one trade if you don't manage it properly. But if you're trading in a range, like let's say a market back in like late July, and you're in a personal account where there are no rules, you can do whatever you want. And let's say you short near a high of a range on a small bear body closing near its low. Well, you can add as it goes against you, but you have to, and what does that do? The probability of success is skyrocketing as you do that because the probability of breakout is actually very low. It's a range market. The probability of that breakout to the upside, which is against you, the probability that that goes really far is really low. So you can add as it goes against you, and, you know, more often than not, it's going to work, to put it bluntly. But then I get it. Everyone goes, yeah, but you're going to blow up. Yes, which is why you have to have a get out now catastrophic cut point. Of course you have to have that, because 4% of the time it's going to go, or whatever. I'm just throwing a number out there. And if you keep adding, you're going to blow up. You understand? If you keep adding, you are going to blow up. So you have to have rules if you're going to scale in. When do you scale in? How many times do you scale in? When do you cut it? What's your catastrophic worst case scenario reward to risk on every trade? You have to know these things. You don't know these things, what are you doing? Which is why I think, honestly, to put it bluntly and not speak over anybody's head, even if this is day one, if you're newer or even intermediate and you've been doing this for not that long, meaning like over at least 5 years, it's just easier to make money. One entry, one exit, trade price action. It's just easier. Okay, now if you can scale in, you can make more money because you can take more scalps in more market environments. But in the early days, the point isn't to make 4 million instead of 2. The point is to make your first 5,000 bucks, right? So I think it's just easier to get there with one entry, one exit. All right, this is coming right into the 20 EMA. Decent little outside close, 2 consecutive bull bodies, but I got to tell you, I do think we're probably looking at a range. Now, I'm not going to trade that because it's just a hesitation idea. It's not a trade idea. So I do need a bar to give me some kind of entry here. And let's see if that range becomes a thing. Mark says, scaling in on losing trades is a road to ruin for most people. Yes, Mark, I agree. I very much so agree. It's a huge road to ruin for most people. Doesn't mean that if you're a professional with rules, you can't make money doing it. Of course you can. A lot of people do. And to the untrained eye, it looks super irresponsible. They're like, what are you doing? Why are you adding to a loser? There's a lot of ways to do this. There's a lot of ways to get this done. You don't have to trade the opening range breakout to fucking make money. What a ridiculous thought process. This is a very complex business. This is not, oh, if you don't trade the orb, you're gonna lose. Jesus, come on, guys. There's a million ways to do this. You think the orb is the answer for everybody. People make money trading the opening range breakout. Sure, it's one setup of infinite. Find what works for you. Trade it. If you're a beginner, I don't think you should scale in. It's too hard. Genuinely. Doesn't matter how smart you are. Doesn't matter. You could be an incredibly intelligent person. If you're new, scaling in is just it's too hard of a way to make money, and the point is to make money, right? So one entry, one exit, trade price action. It's a little bit easier to make money that way, and then when you are making money consistently, you can think about throwing that in to get your quantity of trades up. so that you can maybe make some more money. Two minutes, 55 seconds. Out. Big old bear body thus far, halfway through this 5-minute bar. Let's see how this thing closes up. Big old bear body. See if they take out that little low. Christian just got another eval under the belt. I assume you mean passed. Very good work. Very good work. You keep knocking those babies off slowly but surely. All of a sudden you look up, you got 12, 15 accounts. By the way, guys, Apex is currently 80% off, and you can pass the eval in 1 day, which means if you use code BIG, B-I-G, to buy the evals at Apex Trader Funding, you get 80% sliced off the top, which is a huge deal, and you can pass, technically, you do not have to do this, by the way, but you can technically pass it today and be in a funded account tomorrow if you use that code. That deal, by the way, that ends in less than 36 hours. So go hit that up at Apex, code BIG. 10 seconds out. Let's see if this range keeps in play here. Roy, you're damn straight. It's only $85 lifetime activation, which, by the way, again, if you use code BIG at Apex, I didn't even mention this part. When you pass, normally the lifetime activation fee is $140. Right now it's $85. Jesus, I mean, the expenses are getting so stupid low. It's like a gold rush in the prop industry right now. It's ridiculous. You can just find a small edge, it's over. Now, most people can't, because most people have zero emotional control and zero discipline. Use that to your advantage. That's why they can stay in business, because most people suck, and they get bored. And they sit here and rub their eyes and yawn and say, oh, I'm just going to put on a long. I'm kind of bored right now. Pussy! Wait for the trade to come. The rest of you. If you can just be patient with a little bit of edge, you win. It's ridiculous. 3 minutes out. Let's see how we close up here. Currently in a range. Javaz, how does the lifetime work? Once you pass the eval at Apex, you choose the lifetime. You can pay the lifetime activation fee. It's $85 if you use code BIG at sign up. And again, this deal ends in less than 36 hours. So you pay that, and then it's activated. I think it's like after 10 years, it's like 1 penny every 10 years. So it's $85 for lifetime. And that's probably just to keep the credit card on file active or something. I don't know. So you don't have any monthly fees for the funded account. Nothing. You bought it off forever until you blow it. All right, minute 45 out. We are in a range right now. You better believe it. Yeah, for every account, any size that you want, you got to pass the eval. Now you can copy trade the evals. I have the Affordable Indicators copy trader, and I understand a lot of you guys just getting started. You know, I could do a better job at like kind of explaining. I kind of assume that a lot of you guys kind of know what's up, which is not true for a lot of you guys. So I could be better about that. I'm using the Affordable Indicators copy trader with NinjaTrader as the platform that I'm trading off of. This is NinjaTrader. Okay. Affordable Indicators copy trader. I can copy trade evals, which honestly, I usually trade evals one by one. It's just easier. And I can pass them quickly enough, it doesn't really matter. And plus, that's part of my strategy. You guys know scaling horizontally rather than vertically. I don't like to pass all my evals on the same day, because then, inevitably, when you finally do blow it, you're blowing all of them from the same starting point. So I'll feed in, like 1 or 2 a week, or more maybe, you know, if I'm kind of light or something. And then they all have different starting points. So if you blow one, they're not all, you know what I mean? Like, that makes a lot of sense, at least in my head. So I'll trickle in new evals, pass them, get new PAs, as old ones maybe get blown here and there. And then for a while, I'll have a bunch of them, and you know, I don't really have to do any evals for a while. But yes, Affordable Indicators copier, I can copy trade evals if you want to pass them quicker. But you know, you can also, of course, copy trade your fundeds. And then what I do is I use Apex plugged in to NinjaTrader and the copy trader, because the copy trader is like basically a NinjaTrader plugin. I plug in Apex via Rhythmic, and I plug in Take Profit Trader with Tradeovate, so I can trade them both at the same time, because you can only trade one Rhythmic connection at the same time. So I use Tradeovate for Take Profit and Rhythmic for Apex, so I can copy trade them together. That's the setup. I mean, once it's all set up, it's pretty simple. You just open everything up every day and you're good. But I get it. It's kind of confusing to start. All right, 4 minutes out here. 3 minutes. All right. Minute 10 out. Somebody do something a little more definitive here and give us a setup. Number 2 of the day. Ten seconds. We've got a rollover coming here on this 5-minute bar. Okay, 3 minutes out here from the close on this 5 minute bar. Let me pop around and show you guys a couple of things. The 1 minute here, this is what it currently looks like. For me, there's nothing on the 1 minute for me to do right now. The 2 minute, you look here, inside closes. Oh, back to back to back to back. Nothing for me to do here on the 2 minutes, so it's back to the 5 minute. Looking for anything definitive. A press, out toward one of the boundaries of the range, and then a small reversal candle closing near its high or low. And I'm looking for a scalp back into the range. A breakout with ideally 2 to 3 consecutive bodies. And I'm looking for continuation. Price action. That's it. Guys, if you haven't yet, hit like. I'm trying to give away free accounts today. And you guys have got some work to do, man, to hit those goals. Well, let's hit those goals. Because I think we'll have some fun today with the giveaways. 24 seconds out. All right, 4.5 minutes here. Again, I'm keeping an eye on the 2 minute and the 5 here for any setups within reason that present themselves. And you better believe it, baby. When it does, I'm hitting that thing. But right here, this is algo and degenerate territory. I mean, you guys, if you've been around for even a couple of days, I think you know me. I'm not afraid to trade. But there's a time and a place to hit it. And right now, at least for me, this is not that time and place. Caught a decent guy earlier on that big pullback, hunted some stops. That's all we've had so far today is that one trade. But it was a good one. But I'm not... I mean, one trade, come on now. Stefano, good to have you. We are just global, inclusive, the melting pot of futures traders, baby. Gotta love it. 3 minutes, 15 seconds out. Blake, good morning. How we doing? Any of you guys trading inside of this range, by the way? Curious if any of you guys are just hitting this thing over and over again. Making 40,000 in 20 minutes. I know one of you guys are hitting. Someone's hitting this thing. 2 minutes. All right, ATR here on the 5 minute. We're still above 20. It's at 21.5, which is, you know, maybe not what it was last week, but that is still tremendous. Can't complain about 21.5. I'll take 21.5, man. But this range, gotta see some kind of definitive price action. And when we do, we're hitting trade 2 of the day. By the way, you guys know if you're in the boat, if this is you, you're trying to bootstrap going full time, I do think Take Profit Trader is the best way to do it because they offer daily payouts. Go hit that code BIG, 40% off, and you will not pay an activation fee, which saves you 130 bucks, not even including the 40% off. Code BIG, B-I-G at Take Profit Trader. 44 seconds out. Bull bear, bull bear, bull bear. As far as the bodies here on the last 5 minute bars. Right inside this little range, looks to be tightening down, which, you know, you might say, oh, it's tightening down, that sucks. Yeah, I mean, it's killing off ATR. It's holding up, though. 21.5 is still good. But when it tightens down, it breaks. Eventually. We just gotta let it do it. Give us a couple of back-to-back bodies, and we're back in the game. And we're right back in the game. Here comes the rollover, 8 seconds. That's right, Brandon. By the way, if we do hit the targets, 450 likes, we'll give away an Apex account. Any size Apex eval we'll give away. And then 550 likes, we'll give away a 50k Take Profit Trader test account. Which Take Profit Trader is the one that lets you do daily payouts once you're in a pro account. And I have a little surprise for the winner. An additional option for the winner. So I think we're gonna have some fun. So let's hit 450 so we can get started with that Apex giveaway. But damn it, I'm not done trading. 3 minutes, 22 seconds out. Somebody, bulls, bears, put something definitive together. Give me setup number 2. I'm not satisfied with 6,700 on the day. I want 25 more setups. And this range is brutal. Bull, bear, bull, bear, bull, bear, bull. They can all change. 2 minutes, 55 seconds out. What's up, Glider? Good to have you. All right, halfway through this 5-minute bar here. Let's see what we get as far as a close here. All right, 90 seconds. Here, let's just take a verbal poll in the chat. Just right. Are we breaking higher or lower? This rate, it's gonna break out. You know, if we stay in this range until close, I'll eat my words, but eventually we're gonna see some kind of break. Are we breaking back upside, back into the intraday overarching range, or are we breaking lower, taking this baby down? And in hindsight, this is gonna look like a stair step. All right, we got higher, lower, higher, higher, lower, higher, higher, lower, lower. We seem slightly biased toward the higher end. Maybe 60-40 out of you guys. Interesting. Taking the Asian lows. Okay. Oh man, you guys are pretty split. It seems maybe 60-40 to the higher side. Which is honestly pretty representative of what the probabilities in the market are. Usually it's anywhere between, you know, 51-49, and at the very best, the probabilities are like 70-30. But 95% of the time, it goes only up to, I'd say, about 60-40. Which puts you guys kind of on the dot. It's actually good to see that you guys aren't like 95% higher, you know what I mean? Or lower, whatever. All right, newish 5-minute bar here, 4 minutes out. Four minutes. Okay, now this range, again, don't overthink the way you draw these guys ever. Just draw it how you think the average of 100,000 people would draw it. Because that's pretty much the range that you're looking at. Now, if you were like, oh, I drew it down here or I drew it up here, it doesn't matter. I drew it up here, I drew it down here, it doesn't matter. We're looking at a range anyway. Okay, it's not the line, it's the range itself. So, I mean, that's basically where we sit. Just waiting for this market to do something a little more definitive, give us a reasonable setup, a reasonable way to do anything. And we will, but it's got to be reasonable. Wrench, what would you say is a good pass rate percentage on evals? I mean, that's kind of a loaded question. Now, if you're giving your all on evals and taking it really slow, like 1 micro, then you might want to pass like 95% of your evals. But realistically, if you're being aggressive in your evals, because your business model affords you the ability to do so. The whole point, by the way, is to make blank X amount more ROI than your expenses in prop trading. Prop trading is a business for us traders too, not just for the firms. You should have a business plan. And in your business plan, it should say, I afford myself the ability to pass this out of this amount of evals, or this percentage of the evals I purchase, and that, when you compare it to your average ROI per account, average being the key word, that's data, right? That helps you make this a sustainable business model. Okay, you should treat it as such. If you're gonna support your family, do you want this to be a business model? It fucking should be, right? If you're passing half, if you're being aggressive, that's a great place to sit. Now, a lot of you are like, half, that's not, yeah, because you're being aggressive much more so than you would be on the fundeds because there's opportunity cost involved, right? So you want to spend as little time passing evals as possible, but still make the numbers look good enough to create, a reasonable ROI that you can actually support yourself or your family with long term, or at least mid to long term. Now, again, if you're trading 1 micro and really taking your time and you're only passing half the evals, that's a problem. Because, with a bigger sample size of trades, the pass rate should go up if you have edge, right? But if you're being more aggressive, the pass rate comes down, but the total ROI, since you're spending less time in evals, can actually explode if you have edge in the fundeds. I hope that makes sense. But that pass rate can be anything you want it to be that makes sense for your business plan, which you should have, right? And if you don't have it, it's all right. Write it out right now, today. Write it out. You'll say, well, where do I start? Okay, we'll say, making it your best estimate, even if you don't have data. My average funded account, how much will I pull out of there on average? Make your best estimate if you have no data, and then adjust when you get more data. And then say, okay, how much can I spend activation fee plus eval cost on the average funded account? Now, if it takes you on average 2 evals to pass 1, you do 2 eval costs plus 1 activation fee. That's your average funded account cost, and then you have to beat that on your average funded account as far as payouts for this to be a sustainable business model. And you want that X ROI to be as big as possible, correct? And boom, you're in business. Write that out. You should have that. Four minutes out. All right. All right. Push us to 450 here on the likes so we can have some fun. I am a man of my word. If it says 449 when it's time to end the stream, if I let that slide, come on, don't make me do it. 450 and we'll have some fun and give away free stuff. I think that's only fair. But I gotta find another trade here, which means the market has to give me something to work with because I'm not putting on a rule break. Not a chance. Two and a half minutes out, halfway through this 5-minute bar. All right, Bears, let's do something to them. All right, Bears, minute 15 out. Let's see. Bears coming in for a test of that flat bottom. Let's see if they can take it through. This is a range. Probability is not extraordinary, but let's see if they can do it. "35 seconds out. Gotta love it. Okay, so hold up. Here comes the rollover of that bar. It's going to close right at the bottom of the range. So this next bar becomes extraordinarily important. Christian, my pass rate. Where'd you go? There we are. My pass rate has taken quite the increase. Around 15%, now around 40%. Data is heavily skewed. Includes all accounts for my start with prop. Yeah, I mean, listen. You can have a business model. This is why, like, you have to be kind of vague. You can have a business model that can literally have a pass rate of 12% on evals, and you're still making a bunch of money. People don't get this. It doesn't matter. Okay, what matters is the ROI, which is why you need to write a business plan. Come on now. You're like, man, I want to stay at home and support my family with trading. And then you refuse to pick up a pen and just take 30 seconds to write a business plan. Do it. Come on, guys. 4 minutes out. Doesn't have to be fancy. Write on a napkin. Let's see if the Bears can do something definitive to him here. Three and a half minutes out. We're close! You guys, we have 3 minutes to hit 450 likes, and we can give away an Apex account and have some fun doing it. So let's hit 450, man. Don't make me not do this. Come on now. You haven't liked the stream, like it, and we can do a giveaway. And I'll tell you what, there's going to be some action here on the giveaway. Whoever wins is going to be given a choice. And I'll tell you what, man, it's going to be a good time. We'll see what they pick. Two minutes out. 2 minutes until the close here of this 5-minute bar and until the cutoff for the 450 goal so we can do our giveaway. A lot of pressure. 2 minutes. Minute 20. Minute 20 out. Let's see if the Bears can, first of all, take this bar lower. And let's see if we can give away our Apex account. And then take Profit Trader still on the table, by the way, if we hit the Apex goal. $55 seconds. If you haven't liked the stream, do it so we can do the giveaway. Damn close. I'm telling you guys, I can't do it if we don't hit it. Otherwise, you know, what the hell does my word even mean? $40 seconds out. Come on, Bears, take this baby lower. $25 seconds. Last chance for the giveaway. 15 seconds. Like it or it gets ruined for everybody. $5 seconds. We did not get the close, but we nailed the target. Apex giveaway on deck. Any size Apex eval, and the winner of the giveaway here will be given a choice. I'm gonna leave it as a surprise to whoever wins, but you will be given a choice if you win both giveaways. We will be doing Apex, and if we hit 550 on the like button, then we will also do a Take Profit Trader 50k eval or test. All right. What do you guys say? Is it giveaway time? I think it's giveaway time for the Apex. We hit 450. You guys killed that shit, and now it's time to deliver. So, here's what we're gonna do. And by the way, we've taken one trade today. It was a winner, but we're kind of light on trades today, man. I mean, I don't know. We're doing well. All right. You don't have to go anywhere to enter. You do not have to enter your email on some scammy-ass website. Here's how we do it. I have some cutting-edge technology to unveil here today to select the winner in the most fair way possible. What's on the line is a magic code that you put in where you would normally put code BIG when you buy an Apex eval. You go to any size Apex eval, you put in the code that I will be sending you if you win, and it's boom, poof, you pay $0 for the eval, whether it's a 25k or a 300k eval. Now, how do we enter? And by the way, we're starting with Apex. If by the time this is finished, we hit 550 likes, we will also do a Take Profit Trader 50k test. How do we enter? When I say go, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna do it that way. I'm gonna do it this way. You will have 2 minutes. 2 minutes to submit up to 20 entries this time. We were doing 10. We're gonna up this to 20. You may enter up to 20 times, no more. How do you enter? In the chat, you will write the size Apex eval you will be using the code on if you win. So you'll write 25k, 50k, 300k, 250k, 150, 100k static, and you can enter up to 20 separate times. 2 minutes, go! Gotta love giveaway time. Gotta love it. 1 minute, 60 seconds. And by the way, when you're all finished entering, if we hit 550, we'll do this again with a take profit. This one is for Apex. 30 seconds. $15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cut it. That's it. That is it. You're done. Entries are done. All right. So, let's do this. Ready? We have some new tech to unveil. All right? How we pick the winner. This is the most fair way that I know how. Ready? Round and round she goes for about 15 total seconds. Big Dub! Winner, baby! Big Dub, are you here? You have an answer to give me because you just won yourself a choice. Big Dub, are you here? Big Dub is here. All right, Big Dub, you have a choice. I am switching to the 1 minute chart. Not this bar, the next bar. Big Dub, give me a quick answer. Do you want to go double or nothing on the golden bar? You choose bullish or bearish, and if it closes in your direction, you win 2 accounts. And if it doesn't, you win 0. Or do you want to take your account and run? Double or nothing, yes or no? Big Dub, gonna need an answer out of you, big dog. You want to go double or... Oh, he's doubling. He's doubling. Okay, Big Dub, next bar after this one. We need a full bar. So in the next 45 seconds, I need you to give me an answer. Bullish or bearish? Big Dub, bullish or bearish? Green or red? How is this next 1 minute bar going to close? I need an answer. 30 seconds. It needs to come in before the next bar starts. Big Dub is going bearish. Double or nothing. This next bar, he's going bearish. Let's see. Not this one, the next bar. For double or nothing here. Let's see what we get. 12 seconds until the start of Big Dub's bar. Double or nothing, man. If he wins, he gets 2. 2 any size Apex evals. If he loses, he gets 0. 0. Okay, 55 seconds. This is your bar, Big Dub. What do we get? He's got bearish on the line, baby. Let's see. Let's see what we end up with, man. Are you guys taking side bets or what? What's up? Halfway, 30 seconds. Big Dub, are you getting 2? Oh, man. Man. I think we'd all love to see his face right now. Is he sweating or is he cool as hell? 15 seconds. Oh, Big Dub, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, it's a doji. I'll tell you what. Tie goes to the runner. Big Dub, you won too, baby. Tie goes to the runner. Tie goes to the runner. Can you guys believe that shit? Oh my goodness. Okay, that was a that was a doji, baby. All right, Big Dub, where you at? You won. Tie goes to the runner. Okay, man, that was crazy. Big Dub, here's what I need you to do so I can deliver your 2 Apex accounts. Man, you were 1 tick away from losing. Big Dub, join the free Discord in the description. And then when you join, type and just say, what's up, it's Big Dog, give me my shit. And I will add you as a friend and then give you your shit. All right. Oh, you guys, if we can hit 550 likes, I'll tell you what, I'll give you guys 3 minutes to get that done. 3 minutes starting now. At 12:13:20, it's over. If you can hit 550, we will also do another one of these with take profit 50Ks. If we don't hit it, I don't care if you're 2 seconds late. It's cut off. 12:13:20 Central Time is the cutoff to hit 550 likes. Pass the free Apex account, you won? All right, beauty. All right. All you guys still entering, man. You're behind. You're behind. You gotta click live. I think you're lagging behind. Hey, Big Dub, get in that Discord and say, hey, man, it's Big Dub. And I'll add you and get you your codes. Your 2 codes, since you went double or nothing and won. $60 seconds. 60 seconds to hit 550. Hard cutoff in 50 seconds for the giveaway. $550 likes in 35 seconds for a take profit trader 50K giveaway. Do we hit 550? If we don't, I'm sorry, I gotta cut it. Hard cutoff. There's no leeway here. There's no leeway. 20 seconds. $10 seconds. Like the stream. 550. You gotta like it. Oh, man. That's it. There's the cutoff. Did we hit it? Oh, you guys, we didn't hit it. That's all right. Hey, Big Dub. You gotta, no, don't send me a message. I'll send you a message. Just send a message in the chat. Any of the threads. Just say, hey, it's me. And I'll add you. There he is. All right, Big Dub, I just added you as a friend. Accept that. And then accept that friend request. I will then send you a message. And then what I need you to do is reply to that message in DM with a screenshot of you logged into your YouTube account. Okay, I'm sending you a DM that says, hey. Reply to that with a screenshot of yourself logged into your YouTube account so I know this isn't someone trying to steal your winnings. All right, let's check in on the 5-minute chart here. By the way, for the rest of you guys who did not win the Apex account today, currently, Apex is 80% off. You can pass in 1 day, be funded the next day with code BIG, B-I-G. That deal ends in less than 36 hours. Activation fees at Apex are $85 while this deal is running. Down from $140. That's the lifetime activation, $85. It's usually $140 with no deal. Big Dub waiting on that screenshot, Big Dog. I got these codes ready for you. You just gotta add it as an attachment. There should be like a plus sign next to the message send. It'll open up your camera roll or whatever, and then you add the screenshot in. Correct! On each eval that you pass, if you pay for the lifetime activation at Apex for that account, it's good. You don't pay anything else until you blow it. There you are, Big Dub. Alright, brother. There you are. There are your 2 codes. Double or nothing. It paid off. Paid off to be a degenerate here today. Gotta love it. Oh, Naruto banned, baby. Gotta win the giveaway if you want accounts. All right. All right, I'll tell you what. I feel like that took some time to get Big Dub his winnings. And since we did that, we hit 550. Now, I don't feel right just turning off the stream and saying we didn't hit it when I told you to hit it because I know some people are behind. But I also cannot just say we're going to do it because then my word means shit. It means nothing. So, here's the deal, okay? I am going to give you guys 3 minutes to hit 600 likes. This is a fresh challenge. If we do that by the end of 3 minutes when I say go, then we will do the take profit giveaway. Is that fair, yes or no? Is that fair? I feel like that's fair for both sides. I'm not going to break my word. I also don't feel right just turning it off. That is fair. That is 100% fair. 3 minutes to hit 600 likes for the Take Profit Trader 50K eval giveaway starts in 3, 2, 1, now. 3 minutes. We don't need 600 watchers. We only need like 40 more likes. All right, by the way, 3 minutes out from the close of this 5-minute bar. All right, halfway to goal, about a minute and a half. And if we hit 600 likes before 12:25 p.m. Central Time on my end, well, obviously the time's going to be the same for everybody. We got till 12:25 p.m. Central. That's 2 minutes, less than a minute and a half. That's 1:25 p.m. Eastern, 10:25 p.m. on the West Coast. And if we hit 600 likes, we'll do the take profit. I'm giving you guys a second chance. Okay? And if you don't hit it, that's not my problem, man. At that point, it's time to go. You guys, we're not doing that anymore. The 50K, we're going to do something different for giveaway number 2. 60 seconds to hit the goal, and then we'll do it. Let me do it. Let's do this. "35 seconds. "20 seconds. We need like 15 more, I think, likes, and then we can do it. "10 seconds. This is so fair. That's it. There's the cutoff. Did we get it? You guys got to tell me, did we get it? Don't you lie to me. We didn't get it. You guys didn't hit it. All right, that's every opportunity in the world. We can try again tomorrow. All right, guys, I gave you 2 chances, man. We did Apex. Tomorrow, we have another shot for all of it, but we're doing giveaways like every day around here. So, all right, guys, 1 trade today, $6,700 in the books. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I will see you tomorrow morning. Hey, use code BIG. Apex, 80% off. You can pass in 1 day. Take Profit Trader is 40% off and no activation fee. That is with code BIG. B-I-G, baby. Be patient, especially in this market. Let the trade come to you, and when that setup does, fucking hit it hard, man. Gotta love it. All right, guys. See you tomorrow.